Ready? Black Sherry, White Claw, Tall Boy. We got the sweet 20 ounce over here.
I can't visualize the shape off the top of my gray matter, but the stick, as you can guess, I mean, if you guys follow any of my artwork, you know that's going to be a bloody motherfucking stick, right, guys? And people did seem to respond to the torn cape version of this versus the non-torn cape version. You know, like it, you know, and we can thank the AKA Pad Army for that. Thank you guys, love you. So that's a little bit of the thought process, and this is why, you know, we don't really abandon ideas. Like, we do challenge ourselves throughout the entire process. Look, it's a journey, and boy, is it competitive! Like no joke. The look, you need subs for growth, and like, boy, does it breed jealousy though, because I get so jealous and I get so angry at people that have more followers than me. Some alcohol today, and I had about 7 drinks. This is my third. This is my third White Claw already. AKA Patters, we're here. 2 live streams tonight. Look, I made a promise. I said Monday night draw and claw. It's Monday night. We're drawing, but we have the coffee because it's about 12 o'clock. Might be burning it like the wick at both ends tonight because I'm trying to figure out my drawing schedule, and I have a chunk. I got a chunk of server work to do with the 9 to 5 because we know I work in IT. When you work in IT, guess what? You want to work on an operational sense outside of the network requirements of a 9 to 5. What I'm saying is you don't want to do the heavy work during the workday. You really have to be dynamic and smart enough to do these like shutdowns almost and rebuilds after hours. And sometimes you can matriculate along the way. You can get some things done along the way. Let's split the screen real quick though, because we got Dark Hero over here. Okay, got Dark Hero one side, not really focused. What is up with the focus on this all of a sudden? I don't know. I don't like this focus, people. I think the front's focused, but yeah. So what I'm getting at, okay, is there's a little bit of a balance when it comes to higher level IT work. I'm not a high level guy. I can chip away at things. I can figure things out, and that's it. Okay, I'm not a computer genius. I don't have no computer science degree or anything. I just bust my butt as I do with these pages. You bust your butt enough, you get results. So speaking of which, I promised with the last broadcast that we were going to get into the pages of Dark Hero. Okay? And I'm just trying to figure out what the hell I have in front of me, because we are missing a page. I also have Trial by Fire story pages here. So I'm doing like 2 things at once, like on the side. I'm completely reformatting Trial by Fire again, because I do have there's a level of confidence I have in the story now that I just get it's almost like a little bit of the Dark Hero effect. I mean, none of this seems to be in focus, right? I mean, Oh, here we go. We got some AKA patterns in the house. Total Excellence, FK5. Quick note when it comes to say, I can't point at things because I got two cameras. When we talk about this dude, he's got this Gator comic coming. And I literally, because, like I was watching a little bit of Masters of the Universe, and I found me like a Skelly God for a couple bucks. And I want to draw, I want to work in that style. And I'm like, hey, let me just draw this fucking dude's Gator comic. Like, let me just draw it so it's out of my head. That's practically where I'm at. Just gonna fucking draw the thing. Okay? But let's see what we got here. Our body is ready for Dark Hero. We're all ready for some DH. And we got everyone. Chris Hicks, our Dark Hero partner in crime, is also in the motherfucking house. Now, Chris is he's a worker, he's a writer, he's a creator. Been in the game for a while. Used to be a fucking quarterback. How cool is that? How many of you were freaking quarterbacks? So, what kind of lends itself a little bit to Dark Hero, because I did, believe it or not, I did a quarterback thing with Dark Hero. So, the point I'm getting at, it's like as of right now, like life-wise, creatively, like I'm doing more quicker than ever before. I think I'm doing more quicker and better ever before. I'm maxing out my absolute draw time and building, trying to build an audience for campaigns, which is really the true objective, is to build an audience for campaigns. And a part of doing that is it's the old school marketing. You got to do everything you can to get your name out there. The best way to get your name out there when it comes to independent comics, because I'd rather work in independent comics than anything else, is, you got to do covers, pinups, submission artwork, and, you got to get into some of these anthologies. That's like it's like covers, pinups, anthologies. That's your three-headed promo dragon. If you're not a penciler inker like I am, I think it's very hard to be involved with companies if you're just a colorist or a letterer. Like it's so much tougher. So we got Dark Hero here. I guess I'll tease a little bit of the Trial by Fire Tuesday. So Mondays, like moving forward, Mondays will be Dark Hero. Tuesdays will be Trial by Fire. Okay, and this is how I work. This is how I write my comics. I'm building into more and more techniques of like getting my ideas out on paper, like presenting things, having things like almost like ready quicker when it comes to like a collaborator, meaning you get the layout done immediately right away. A lot of times though, when it comes with me, because things have to get reworked to work on the page, like you do a chunk of writing, so like that does slow down your layout. So look, this whole process continuously is like, I guess this is why Trial by Fire will always be important to me, because it literally is a trial by fire. Like, that's just how I feel. I feel like I'm always in a trial by fire. So here we have, like, we're going to have these, like, advertisements. Let's get Chris out here so we can have a look. We're going to have these advertisements in Trial by Fire. They're like full ads. and they're like the products that Caesar is creating, and it's a part of like the path of how he like unravels the world and reality, and we learn like the true nature of hopping within realities and through dimensions, and it's not this like cookie cutter thing that we see in all this other science fiction, but he's essentially like a boy genius that invents his way into oblivion as a boy genius would. Okay, like that's just my position on that. So like the story itself is a trial by fire and how he's trying to correct all of this stuff that he did while like in a way creating utopia. You know, like he does all of these things and it basically breaks it. And he, you know, has a team because you need a team to do some shit. They're cool looking guys, blue dude, cyborg guy, whatever, right? Flippy looking dude too. But they're there to correct this, and we find out that there's no correction, and that's the hook for Trial by Fire. There's no correction to this collapse. Then what do you do? Like, right? Where does the story begin there? So we have like this car is called the New Destiny. This is going to be like a fully painted art board, like advertising looking spread. These are pages 2 and 3. So there's a lot. So part of what I was building for this, like I was building like an actual mini comic for TBF to get a feeling of the story. I'm doing the same for Dark Hero. I wanted to have that for you guys. Unfortunately, we don't, because I'm freaking busy. I'm busy doing a lot. And I'm just over here real quick looking for one of my TBF pages, which is right here. I found it. Let's talk Dark Hero page. I mean, let's talk some Dark Hero because we gotta set this up. I'm just making sure I have everything here so I can run through the story with you. Show you what we're working on tonight. Because, right, I guess we have this one here. Okay. I think we're good. It's fucking late. Yeah, of course it's late. Dude, it's always late. Come on. People, if you have the time, if you got the bucks, buy a Porsche Designs mechanical pencil. So if we go over here, I'm getting better with the dual cameras. If we go over here, right, akapad.com. We're going to be doing a newsletter. The newsletter is going to echo as all project updates. And as a thank you for signing up for the newsletter. For free, okay? I pay the shipping. Put a lot of time into these. The printing's done by me. You're going to get 2 Wolfpack trading cards. Okay? Become a member of the AKA Pad Army. Join the Wolfpack. Because we're wolves. Alright? We're wolves. And when you do that, we do have a limited quantity. Alright? But they're full trading cards, right? You guys can hear them. Right here. Okay. I'll send you 2 of these, and guess what? They're going to come with top loaders, so they're going to come nice. akapad.com. Sign up. So let's talk. Let's talk a little bit about Dark Hero. Let's get my effing mug out of here. Okay? We're talking Dark Hero. And I'm really like just trying to get the right. Previously, my other stream, the camera was so perfect. and it just looks so freaking grainy right now. I'm hoping it's the connection. So what we're looking at here is the Dark Hero prologue. And a part of my sessions with this is I'm rounding out how I'm discussing about the project, how I'm defining things about the project, why the project is different. Okay. This is we're doing live pitches here, live story sessions, me and you. So we have the dawn of time, the dawn of existence, the age of the gods. Gods come to Earth. We don't really we all know their intentions. We all know exactly what they're doing. We just know they were there, and as they were there, okay, they spread, they influence, and they experiment with this being, okay, and this being takes all these different forms, all these different shapes. He kind of can it's a consciousness that exists in many forms at many times simultaneously. Yeah, so so as of right now, real quick, everyone, there is zero of any of what's being requested here. It's a donut, and the reason why it's a donut is because I'm working on so much. I'm designing on the page, which is almost what I prefer to do anyway. So tonight I was going to kind of do some character designs that we could double for supplemental material in the book too. So there you go. Okay. We're going to work on that tonight. Ifki. So this being basically become self-aware. It boils down to a single person, but it's just the energy. It's the dust of the gods. And we don't really know any of the intent within humanity. We don't really know what they're doing. The gods relatively cross through Earth and then pass on to other things, and it's just, Earth becomes just this. It's just a thing. It's not even there. It's forgotten. But this one being that boils down into itself, that survives, that's there. He basically for himself, he experiments with having a Clark Kent life. So he becomes almost like a Clark Kent, plays high school football, works at a farm. I had to design his high school football mascot here, which is this. So these are the Black Bucks of Kerr County. The Texas Kerr County Black Bucks. And then he gets into, as Superman does, into the Age of Heroes. So we have Wonder Woman, we have the Dark Knight, we have a Hawkeye, we got the Flash looking dude. And through this Age of Heroes, there's this he just realizes it just doesn't work. He himself basically somewhat snaps during the superhero war. It's just an all-out war. It's Kingdom Come. And he takes this opportunity to allow this doomsday creature to kill him at the end of this war, because these are the last two creatures left. And he lets this doomsday, we were calling it Judgment, was it? I think we were calling it Judgment. Black Judgment, maybe, or Black Day, something like that. And he essentially allows this creature to destroy him. But remember, this Superman, but we call him Alpha. Alpha can exist in more than one creature, more than one person, more than one entity. So during the Age of Heroes, he's multiple heroes and villains himself. Doomsday goes through Alpha, and then Alpha just chooses to leave Earth. And during this journey of leaving Earth, he essentially arrives at the end of the universe. Okay? He arrives at the end of the universe. And this is where we're going to have this cool art effect where we go into pencil, like a nicely rendered pencil drawing. His costume goes from like the alpha white to black. Okay? But he basically crosses from like black matter or black energy into white matter. And the revelation, what he discovers here, and this point is really what makes Dark Hero different. Okay, it's the character receives his like intention. You know, he becomes purposeful. You know, like Superman, Miracle Man, all these other characters, all these other archetypes, the Samaritan in Astro City, they never really develop a purpose. So his purpose is that there is nothing. There's nothing. There's no other life. There's only Earth, the planet that he partially destroyed before leaving. And he must return to Earth because it's the only thing there. And he's like this omnipresent psychic being. So when he returns to Earth, okay, we have this. And he simply blinks his eyes. And originally, I thought he should fly back to Earth. But we kind of find out that Earth has only been 10 years on Earth. But in Alpha's time, it's been thousands of years. He spent thousands of years in space. But everything works differently. Whatever, right? Science or stuff. But when Alpha returns to Earth, he essentially becomes his like final form. And this is maybe like his final form. I couldn't design on the page because I'm trying to work it out. Okay. I don't really know. I'm trying to get something visually with like a good hook. So I am spending time on that. And then his final form, like the last page of this prologue, is going to be an echo of this. Okay. So we're going to replace like the God Girl with the final form, Dark Hero or Alpha. And we're going to kind of preview a little bit of what's coming in like chapter 1. So, and then chapter 1, like this might be page 2 or 3 of chapter 1. So tonight we're going to light box some of this. I do have to do some character drawing. So for anyone counting, right? Because I feel like we do need a little bit of a count. We count this as 2 pages. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got about 11. So the prologue also might just have like some character like pinups and things like that. So the prologue edition, I was envisioning being about like 13 pages. So we're going to work on that tonight. But I guess maybe what I should do, I got my sunglasses on the entire time. I guess maybe we should spend some time and let's like break down some of the campaign. Okay. Kingdom Come. No pun intended. There is a pun intended. The Kingdom Come hook too, or angle, I really, really wanted to stay away from. Like, seriously wanted to stay away from that. Sorry, I'm just stretching here. Oh, here we go. Boom. I just need something to write on. Well, we got some stuff from Chris X. He finally understands his purpose. He's been searching for. Yeah, like in a way. But see, like these are a lot of the terms that I feel like have to be debated. Like, would he search? Like, is he searching? Stuff like that, because he's above human desire. Humans would search. What we got here? Don't forget the part when he's in the white matter that he gets to experience all the emotions of being human for the first time. That's we're gonna have to discuss that, Chris. Writing Dark Hero is an ongoing process because, well, we're just dedicated to do new things. I'm sorry, some things take a little bit of time. Oh, by the way, everyone, have you tried your Pad Power yet? Your Peter Anthony DeLuca energy drink? Right here. There's also my phone number if you guys want to call me. So, I need a freaking Sharpie. Where's my Sharpies at? Over here? Let's see. Let's get a good one. Sharpie mug. All right. We need a good Sharpie. Monday Night Draws and Calls are they're almost like just live Dark Hero story sessions. That's just the way how I feel about them. Oh, here we go. Whoa. CB, dude. All right. So CB over here. CB, let me know. Maybe DM me. I'll shoot you a DM. I would love to go through your layouts for your anthology live. Maybe we leave out like the last 2 pages, so we do 6 pages. I'm gonna get those to you. Your layouts, though, dude. Your Wildcat story, I freaking love. I can't wait to draw it. I literally can't wait. Yeah, share folder is coming. We were set back a week with our own anthology. Our anthology too. It's going to be called Iron Lore. I'll get that over to you tonight, Skull Diamond. Okay, I promise. I'll shoot you a text. Yes, thank you. Okay, so Dark Hero, right? Let's just do the base, okay? This is base level. So shipping is going to be free, but that's going to be rolled into the cost, okay? So we got that. The base, you'll get the book, okay? Now, I guess I haven't been keeping up to date on my own share folder, but the book is projected to be 24 pages, and that's not going to fly because we're going to have almost 10 pages of a prologue. So we're not going to just do 14 pages and charge people for it. We need to add value. So value equals pages. I was pushing 45 pages total with an extra 10 to 15 in pinups and other art. Okay? So let's just say, 55 pages to be safe. So book one, we'll call this book one. Okay? Book one, part of the base package, 55 pages. If you signed up, I think you get 1 trading card. When you purchase, you'll get another 2. So we got 3 trading cards. Okay. So that's all one. Okay. Now, part of what we were discussing is another book. Okay. So we're already putting this together. Chris and I. So we have like a process. We'll call it a process Zin, okay? Which is a smaller book, 12 to 24 pages for that. Okay, also to be black and white. So I would say like that's package 1. Okay, 2 books shipped, 3 trading cards. So the stretch. I mean, just real. We're doing realistic stretches here at cost. Okay, so 100 will get you here. Okay, peanut butter label. Don't ask me any questions, okay? Because this is something very cool. Stretch 100 more after that. French fold poster. Okay. Stretch after that. I mean, so this is where like we're legit hitting a new zone. Okay. Maybe like 300 realistically. At that point, you'll get a bottle opener, also a part of the story. Then we're back to like another stretch 100. You'll get a pennant of his high school football team. Get rid of Iron War. So these are the stretches we're talking about. Now, what else that I would like to do, okay, would to do like another 100. And we do a reprint with a cover by me of the original Dark Hero, because Dark Hero is coming from another campaign. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stretch goals. Okay. Shipping's got to be included in everything. We don't want people to get shipment shock. And these are part of the challenges. So when it comes to work, okay, I mean, some of this work is going to go back and forth. Some of this work is going to get repurposed. We got the prologue ready to go. You guys just saw that. We got 2 of the 3 trading cards ready to go. We got the peanut butter label ready to go. We got the pendant ready to go. The bottle opener is dependent on fully rendered artwork, so that's not 100% ready to go. But we also need a logo for that, for the beer label, because I think it's going to. I have an idea for how that's going to be 2 sides, and yeah, I guess like the French fold poster, we're open to define what that is, but that also might be 2-sided. I want to try and make this 2-sided. Everyone seems to do single-sided French fold posters. I think that's bullshit. I would like to do one of the female characters, and then like the other side would be Dark Hero or Alpha, and then the book. We practically already have the book done. Like I did the cover last week. So this though needs to be like into a spreadsheet. So when it comes to management, so that's some of your Dark Hero. Now we'll be doing something very similar for Trial by Fire, and Trial by Fire next week will like premiere with a full breakdown of the book, because I whittled a lot of that story down. I actually threw out a chunk of pages, a chunk of actual like work for that. But we're getting better. We're getting more and more confident when it comes to. I'm just looking for a freaking pencil. Why don't I have any of my pencils here? Can anyone tell me that? Can anyone tell me? How about here? Here's my travel kit. Oh, one mechanical pencil. I'll take it. Hey, people, you cannot say we're not working on things all the time here, okay? It's endless. Do some purple lights. I call this my porno lighting. So we're going to do like almost like a 1-1 copy of this. I don't know. I have no idea where my phone is either. If anyone's trying to reach out to me. Iron Lore 2, Skull Diamond, if you're listening, because I know you are way ahead than most of us. I mean, we have my story, which is written. We have another. I guess we got 2 more writers, 2 more stories, and then we have you. So, but the page 1 will have a set format for page 1. I think I may have mentioned that to you. So yeah, we kind of look like I really just want to have this like page here. Like my whole idea was to have like a symmetry of the beginning and end of the anthology. But yeah, look, I know it's like an excuse and whatever. Like, and I really, I'm not big on excuses like at all. But the computer crisis, really, I mean, like, oh my God. So it probably, if I ain't handle it the way I did, like the way I did, and kind of really reverted to like almost like I would say a standard way of dealing with it if I didn't have things already in place, like backups and alternate machines pretty much like ready to go. I probably would still be recovering. I would still be dealing with it. So, like, part of the idea, too, is that, like, I wanted Dark Hero to kind of, be, like, almost, like, detached. So, like, that's a little bit of the idea of him having, like a bald head. Like kind of have him with like a makeup on. The makeup could have just came from me liking the Ultimate Warrior. Like I was experimenting with him having like a scar. And I still don't think that's right for the character. And everyone, keep in mind, I was, no joke, before going live, I was falling asleep, actually listening to a documentary that was like super into, like I was super into it too. And I was almost like just happy, like having my brain slow down a little bit. So some of it too should be like I kind of was experimenting with the idea of Dark Hero's final form. Like, should he be young or old? And working on this right now, I do like the idea of him reverting to his younger self almost. Because like why if you could do that, right? Like why wouldn't you? And I think when we have movies and like other like things that do that, like sometimes they, like things change because you need like actors and right, like it's like you can't do these things because you have other people involved. But I think when we do Dark Hero, we can kind of do it any way we want. And I kind of, even now, just like drawing this, I really like the idea of Dark Hero reverting to his younger self. In like this, like I want him to be in armor though, for sure, to be somewhat like just symbolic of his war almost. Right? Because Dark Hero or Alpha, is he's like on a pilgrimage. He's on a crusade almost. And I don't know. I think that's the path. Like that's the way we do the character. But like also like this idea of him like coming back to Earth and kind of just like having a vision like of what to do, like a life mission. And Alpha doesn't like, he's not going to look at things in those terms because he himself, like he's immortal. Like no one's going to fight him, no one's going to kill him. I would like it to be kind of like stood with that idea, like and we kind of stood firm with it. Wait, wait, I'm not clawing, but I'm drawing and towing. How's it going? Juke Joint, what's happening? Dude, Juke Joint, cheers. Hey, no claw tonight because you can see how late it is. And I did a stream earlier, and I may have to go into night work. I already worked out today and stuff. It's been an insanely busy day, but I love it. Dude, thanks for joining us. But yeah, so but a part of the exploration of like defining Alpha is really like answering a lot of these questions, even like about like Superman. And that's really, again, like that's the position. That's what we're emulating. because we don't need to get hired by DC Comics to do a Superman story, right? Like, isn't that the stupidest thing you ever heard? And he will be wielding, if you guys know anything about mythology, he will be wielding the sword of power here. If you guys know anything about the good legends. And there is like a built-in excuse, explanation, definition of like almost like the weapons of the gods, we'll call them, and what they really are and how they function. So I don't know. Like, sometimes we don't know what to do with this stuff. Yeah, and then we do kind of almost have like a standard alpha design after a while too, so which is kind of cool. Yeah, but so like it's like this thing to where like the idea that I guess I'm playing with, it really is about like like answering these questions from a position of like being strong and invincible and all-knowing, right? And your character has to be like that too. And I pretty much, in like the way how I look at it is like the next chapter, I kind of just view it as involving as little alpha as possible, because he really like alpha can only operate in the background, right? Like alpha cannot be a frontline character. I think we can all agree on that. So here, like I do want to keep maybe this panel like very similar to the first one. And I think what we're going to show off here too is like space bridges and like the idea that they're like really venturing through the cosmos, because that's really like that's just how I view the story going. Like I don't think the story kind of can go any place but that. And and I guess like a little bit here too would be almost like a rebuilt world almost. Like utopia achieved. And then here, like we'll echo this. And these will be like monuments of Alpha, like in maybe like other alien worlds, sort of thing. We can kind of make this pyramid look a little bit like an A almost. But yeah, like that's it. I mean, I really think this is and a lot of the characters from chapter 1, like he kind of forgoes, like, almost like, accepts, he accepts like what things are, like who he is. And he, like he doesn't like, like almost like, I guess maybe like takes a vow not to kill anymore. Something like that. Like he's got no reason to kill someone. Yeah, not really. No, Alpha's like, look, even though we're using like Superman as this template, like we're also doing things with him that like as a publisher, like you could like never do. Meaning like Superman needs a weakness because we have to tell stories, like all that fun stuff, right? But the cool thing though is that Alpha like also doesn't have to he doesn't have to get locked down with those things. I think that stuff is a little bit passe when it comes to modern superhero like storytelling. Like Alpha in a way doesn't he has no weakness, he has no equal. Everything he does is almost like out of pity. It's out of pity, and he's almost like maybe on this like eternal quest to entertain himself. Because like part of the idea too is like Alpha changes form, like he's changes. He's almost like a different being from character to character. And like I always felt like that's the way Superman should be. Like I never understood why, because Superman's pretty much like a super genius too, right? Like Superman can learn magic. Like why doesn't he ever learn magic? So like we kind of do that with Alpha in a very large way. Oh no, we are not. Charlie White Fire is going to kick up on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. I'll DM you, Jean-Luc, because we have a lot of catching up to do. Awesome awesome to see you back though, dude. I missed you a ton. I missed a lot of our talks, dude. I wish I definitely want to catch up though, for sure. We'll talk. Look, people, we address everything here, okay? And trust me, the part of some of the other freebies for this will also be, potential Uzi Suzy stuff and TBF stuff also. Yeah, so there's just a lot of decision making. Sometimes when you break down a story, because everybody references things that they've seen. And like a lot of stuff, I understand, like being inspired and paying homage, definitely is a good starting point. And I think you can kind of pay homage to things with a with like nuance, like RoboCop and Hobo with a Shotgun, or even Toxic Avenger, and you can kind of like add this level of nuance to a riff. But I don't think that should ever be anything like outside of that. So like like those are concepts you have to lean very heavily into. Oh, the thumbnail looked like a cover. Thanks, bud. Yeah, we're working on one of our prologue pages here. So, and this is a Jean-Luc, I'm not sure like how like behind you might be on some things, but we're working on a project here called Dark Hero. Welcome to it. Dark Hero is not connected to my previous campaign. This is someone else's campaign. And I essentially took this project on to build myself into doing another run for Trial by Fire, if that makes any sense. Also to keep me drawing so I can get a little bit more efficient, quicker, all that fun stuff. Definitely something that's not easy to do without assignments. Yeah, because like I don't even like Dark Hero having like a normal like the same like face, or like the same look in like more than like two separate pages. Like because he is a psychic being, and I kind of want to illustrate how different people will see him. Look, everything here that we're talking about too, it's a struggle for Chris to nail down, like just as a writer. Okay, like it's not easy. But this sword too is just like, it's also symbolic of him like unifying everything. No way. Yeah, dude. Here in Jersey, I dated a girl that I think was like one of Lori Kaufman's like cheerleaders because he has like cheerleader girls that run. She did that, and I think she later was a backup dancer for Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, work for hire, 100%. But also like a deep collaboration. So we're gonna put this one to bed real quick. We're gonna get back to normal lighting, and I gotta do some character sheets for people, and also for myself. So we're just gonna break out some of the paper here to rock and roll. Bingo bango, here it is. That's my problem. I'm trying to decide probably to stay busy so I can get better. Yeah, yeah, make it all life and death decisions. Yeah, look. I'm really big on like I don't have any in arm's reach. Well, maybe. Like projects can look when it comes to drawing, projects can move things forward, okay? But you need like a repetitiveness, okay? And it's almost like you have to build. Let me just hold up here. Let's go back to the screen. Okay. So like the growth, okay? The growth of an artist or an illustrator. It's two things, okay? Right. Two. Why can't I do that? Two. Muscle memory and memorization. You have to memorize and you have to have the muscle memory to go from like here to like the hand. Okay. I don't know how effectively art school teaches this. I doubt that they can nurture it. It's really something that you have to do. I think some art school gives you good instruction, and if you're like a very mechanical person, you can come out of art school knowing how to you know the techniques. But there's like this secret other layer that it's upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me that it's not more widely discussed. So, I mean, I'm trying to find more sketchbooks here. So, this is Juneteenth. Okay, one of the reasons why I call myself the World Sketchbook Champion is because I go into these sketchbooks and I completely illustrate them. I rarely rip out a page. So no ripping out pages. I have a strict art direction for every single sketchbook, meaning materials, content, positioning, what I want those pages to look like, and I make it consistent. Okay, that's what art direction is all about. And you can keep getting assignments. So, for example, okay, if I wanted to understand form better, like you really have to draw some of the cartoon characters. You have to, because the cartoon characters, like these guys, they teach an overlapping forms that lends itself right into anatomy and foreshortening. So when you memorize your anatomy, you can foreshorten the limbs, and then you can play with it. Okay, again, memorize, mind muscle connection. Okay. So this is my Juneteenth sketchbook. I'm way behind on it, but I just wanted to show off a little bit of these other techniques to sharpen my blade. Okay, and I completely I write a contents page. So this will have like all the prompts for Juneteenth. I create my own insert pages. Just like a real book, and then we go into the days and like the prompts, and I'm drawing cartoons here. I've never really drawn cartoons on this scale before, and I'm trying to draw them in like an animation style. I'm trying to draw them very loose and quick, and it's been maybe like 2-3 weeks since I like last even like touched this book, but I try and push myself. So assignments, like the point I'm getting at is like assignments help, okay, but you have to dig around and find out ways for you to memorize and practice your mind muscle connection. What we got? Yeah, dude, that is so funny, dude. If I could get permission to put Toxic Avenger in like the Uzi Susie book, oh my god, I would love that. Love it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I would almost say, I don't know. Anatomy, mannequin geometry is going to dictate a lot, and it's going to take away spontaneity, and we want to draw more because we want to memorize more. So the more you memorize, the quicker you can draw. So we're going to do a couple character shots here, and because we don't have any character drawings for fucking Dark Hero. And we can kind of like say that he has like classical proportions, right? Or as I like to call like a swimmer's body. Even though swimmers mostly have very long arms and short legs. Like long arms, long torso, short legs. Yeah, but gestures just like like gestures just like this, like if like gestures like this, like like if you wanted to draw like a like an agile character, like we have this already, right? And then like boom, like you could just pop someone like gesture should take 2 seconds. So the funny thing when it comes to the discussion with gesture, all right, here's something crazy. What about buildings? What about architecture? Like, can you find the gesture there? Because it is there. And I think the guys that really break the ice when it comes to that level of illustration, they kind of seem like they're aliens because they're drawing from like almost like a source that it's hard to describe and even like pinpoint, like just as an audience member. But no, I think when it comes to illustration, I do feel like people overcomplicate it, same as writing. And I feel like people overcomplicate it because they, like, I'm not talking to anyone specifically. I'm just talking off the tip of my brain. But I think it's the same as like other things too. Like even just as like a business, like, oh, like they're going to steal my idea. My idea is going to get stolen. So let me hire a $20,000 trademark attorney first. And it's like, well, I can't open up my business because I need that attorney first. And it's like, no, just open up the business and see what the hell happens. Like that's the point I'm getting at. Now, like we develop ways to purposely hold ourselves back, and we do this in like other areas. Like we do it with reading, we do it with fitness, we do it in our relationships. And along the way though, like your goal should always be in practice. So if you're in practice, you get good enough to get paid. Okay? And if you're good enough to get paid, it's going to take you a while to get paid because you're going to have to work through all the people who work for free and work cheap. So it's a scale. But it's a barrier to entry. It's designed that way, and I'm not sure if there's a better way for like industry to work other than that. Yeah, and I'm really just going to do almost like a mashup here because I just really want to highlight what the costumes look like. So we're going to do like Alpha the Return, like what we'll call like the Kingdom Come Alpha, or like the 90s Alpha, the 80s Alpha, and then like the Final Form one, which I really don't have any idea of yet, even though I just drew them. Yeah, but like it really is like the real discussion point with this is, if Alpha is like somewhat of a psychic being, okay, like would he have the same form from person to person? Like conceivably, if he is a psychic powerhouse, like no one would see him the same way twice. And I really like playing with that fucking idea. I think that idea is so interesting. Yeah, and keep in mind too, like some of these may not even match up to like what's on the actual page. And that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Gesture's like a I think gesture is the more you memorize, the better you're. Like, I don't know if you can do much gesture if you're not loose. I think you have to be loose. And being loose is really not something you can teach. I think it's something you can learn. I don't know if you can teach it though. So we got the maybe we'll call this one like Kingdom Alpha, right? Yeah, and I'm going to hit these with like the fine line markers. Maybe photocopy it to color it, but probably not. I'll probably just color it with some alcohol markers. And then what do we got here? We have the Return. We have the Kingdom version. We'll have the yeah, well, I guess we'll have like we'll call this one like the Golden Age version. Golden Alpha. I'm not even like breaking this down anymore, which is a problem. Which is a problem. And this is like the Golden Age Alpha is like really the most normal, like costume wise that he'll have that we'll like see him in. All right, and then we'll have the final form here. And this is what, also like to be somewhat referred to as like the armored version. I just don't know how muscular, like, like what his almost like body shape is. I don't know yet. Like, my original intent was to really make him like bigger, which I think he kind of deserves to be a little bit. But he really is. He's almost like armor wise, like he's almost going to be like the white reverse of, like Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like, that's really where my headspace is for that. Yeah, look, CB. Look, here's like, dude, like, I get it, buddy. Like, no joke. Like, I get looking at those guys, emulating those guys. I don't think there was like a better collection of like artists, of thinkers, when it comes to even like comics, as where Image was in the 90s. I really like, right? I mean, especially Silvestri. I think Silvestri, he just, there was like, I never saw it before, but he did this like alternate cover for one of the like the Wildcats, and like his versions of like Zealot and Grifter are like 100 times better than like Jim Lee. It's a fucking joke. No. But here's the thing, CB. All right. And look, dude. Like, my DMs are always open to you. Do not, like, don't get caught up in that game though, because that's it's almost like the devil, right? Like, the devil wants you to play with the devil, so never play with the devil. And I think sometimes if you chase that for too long, like, you have to remove yourself from your work, and you have to be like, what's the best option for me to move this forward? Okay. And it doesn't have nothing to do with a body of work. It has everything to do with getting things done and moving the chain. And then you have to trust that along the way, by moving the chain, you'll develop a muscle memory, you'll memorize, and then your own like style, your own thing will blossom from it. And like, like that's the point I'm getting at. Hey, bud, Gene, I love you, buddy. Thanks a million, dude. All right, everyone. And also for me, yeah, here we go. One more from Juke Joint before we get out of here. Dude, yes, look. Art style develops slowly. Your art style will develop slowly, period. Okay? There's a reason why when people hook into a style when they're young, when they get older, the style shifts very little. Okay? Or if it does shift, it's very drastic. Okay? There's no middle. If you're constantly developing your style, your techniques are growing. Okay? And very few illustrators and artists hit that barrier. I want to be clear on that. Okay? So, like, I don't consider guys like McFarlane to have much growth. I don't consider guys like Jim Lee to have much growth, or Rob Liefeld. I think their styles were magnificent during the time, but that is it. Just want to be clear on that. What else we got, you? Yeah. I mean, I would say like your style will come naturally through obsession. You have to be obsessed with drawing. You really have to be obsessed with it. Everyone, thanks for hanging out. I love you so much. I really do. Appreciate it.